When it comes like sports, I've been following this kid like how old you was?
Probably like
Five.
five. Yeah,
How,
5.
and how old are you now?
Shoot, 23. I just turned 23.
23. And we call him Big Play Ray. What's up, Ray?
What's up? What's up?
Man, I appreciate you coming to the podcast, man. Like I told you during off camera, I've been following your career. Not only just me, you know, other folks from the hood, because you know how it is. You know, I mean, you already know how I used to rock. I know you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when somebody make it out the hood, it's like, that's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you had hands on with him and seen him. And, you know, with me recording the games, I probably record, you ain't no telling how many times. Like, we was just looking at some games today. I ain't already recording them games. But I guess what I got to say is if you could personally take it all the way back to when you was at Clemson, would you have made the same decisions?
Would I make the same decisions as far as what?
As far as leaving, going to South Florida.
As far as leaving, honestly, I just feel like I don't regret my decision. I don't regret my decision because at the end of the day, Clemson taught me a lot. They taught me a lot. So, you know, coming from Columbus, you feel me, seeing all this and that, and then you going to a coach like Dabo Swinney who really care about you, and you know what he got going on, and just everything being on that how caliber of a team is crazy. So I learned so much just being there for them 3 years and observing, sitting there, doing everything, playing too.
How many years you were there?
I was there for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
I red-shirted my first year. I had surgery on my shoulder, and after that, COVID. And then I had another year, and then I learned so much from Clemson. It was crazy. That's kind of why I feel like, you know, I got the mindset how I do now, because, you know, he taught me a lot. They taught me a lot, so I don't really regret it. I don't regret my decision. If I stayed, I feel like I would have been good because I would have developed even more. But I didn't stay. But I don't regret it though because I learned, and that took, you know, what they taught me.
And you space agent
there, so like it can go either way. I don't really.
You space agent. You what everybody's doing now, you did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So they really catching up. But I feel like that you are a valuable source of information.
Yeah.
For these kids, man, because they really don't get it. They really don't get it, and they don't understand the risk, the risk from going into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, you go into the portal. You tell University of Georgia, hey, I'm gonna go to the portal. I'm not happy here. Then you go into the portal, and then you wait. I assume you wait. If you don't have a situation already bubbling, you wait. And you don't hear nothing. How many people do you know that's been caught up in that portal? They put in and then they don't get nothing out of it. And then next thing you know, they're not in school no more. They go back home and then life happens.
Yo, it's real. It's real. I know a couple people like that personally. I didn't see people make it though. But it's definitely real though. But it's just, you know, some players leave. Some people hit the portal because they don't have no choice. You know, coaches change, all that. Coaches change. You know, they want to wipe the whole program out. You know, you gotta leave. So some people, it's not even a fault. So that's why it's kind of like crazy. Like that's why that's the dark side that you don't even know about. Cause what if you don't? What if you're a freshman? You just got on scholarship. You played 1 year, but you, like we said, that's your developmental year. So you're not just like these other people playing. Then another coach come in and boom, they kick you off. You in the portal now, but you just got recruited there to play there. So like that's the crazy part about it. Like, and then when you leave, when you hit the portal, some coaches might say it's a possibility to come back, but some like nah, ain't no coming back. Once you hit the portal, you ain't coming back. So whatever, everybody's situation different. You know, some people might have film to back up this and that, and they can they can, get an opportunity to go somewhere and play. Whether it's good practice film or game film, you can still, do something with that. But it's some players that didn't even, still developing. But they just got there at a good school, at college, but now they in the portal. But now they really don't got no film though. And then that's when that can possibly happen.
I remember a story. I heard about a kid. He said he went tried out for Prime or whatever, and then things didn't work out. He said Prime wouldn't give him his footage. How? I'm just gonna keep it real. How petty are some of these coaches when it comes to that portal? Just be real. I mean, these coaches seem like they part of the problem too. Like whether they indirectly or directly, for the simple reason, you like the Texas A&M with Duke Cam from Central, signed with Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher gets fired. Boom, you in limbo. So how? And I know that's not a petty situation, but as for a kid maybe transfer and the coach don't give him his footage, or coach telling him you can't come back, there is no more scholarships, you're done. How petty are some of these coaches, and do it seem like the coaches are pro student or pro school?
Pro school. I think they pro school. Like
the coaches work for the school. They're not.
School.
So the coach that's recruiting you, I guess like an army recruiter, telling you all the good shit but not telling you all the bad shit. At the end of the day, that coach works for the school. He don't work for you.
Honestly, I've been thinking real quick. Like I've been thinking about this a lot, and as a child, you got a dream playing football, right?
Yeah.
You got a dream playing football. That's your dream. So you feel me? You in your dream. You playing college football. You doing this. When football over with, you feel me? Not saying like this ain't bad or nothing, but when college over with and you start getting older, you realize you can't play football. You start, you can maybe start coaching. So that's their sport. You see what I'm saying? That's their sport.
Yeah, so different levels. You got
Different
players
levels.
and
Same thing.
They can't play no more, so they coaches. So they
sport though.
So now they were down with the coaches.
That's their sport. That's their sport.
That's their sport.
That's their sport. Like, our sport is playing football, but their sport is coaching. So it's like they gotta be just like how we feel like we gotta be in a situation. We in a situation. We gotta, do this for so and so. Our folks, that's and that. They gotta do the same thing. Think about it. Like if you was in that situation, if you gonna be in that situation, when you 30 years from now, you would probably do the same. Like if you got a family, you would provide for your family.
Facts.
So like, come on, you gotta think about it. Yes, they there for you, but at the same time, it's a business, and that's just what it come with. And you just gotta see the real. You just gotta know what the real. You just gotta know real coaches and stuff like that. Make sure it is not just all about football. Just make sure they just making sure you good outside of football. Make sure you straight, like things. You feel me? Away from football. Cause it's a second life. It's just a game. It's not even the real world. So when you get into the real world, you need a coach that's gonna tell you stuff about that, being successful on both sides, and that's when you know. That's when you know. I'm not saying like every single coach is, you feel me, for the college, but it is. They gotta handle their business. You feel me? They're in a good situation. You feel me? Everybody that say they ain't in a bad situation, they coaching here, coaching there, but overall, bro, you in a good situation. You got people that's not even doing nothing at all. So you in a good situation. So it's like, man, you just gotta know the right coaches. Make sure that, you just hearing the right things, but that comes with you too though. Like you gotta know you can't just take everything. You gotta think. They tell you stuff, you gotta think through it. They can't just tell you, like some coaches just tell you anything just to keep you there, just to waste your time.
Do you feel like at the end of the day that the coaches, do they have the students' best interests at hand? Or is it a business? Is it business first? Because you hear that, I got your back, fight hard. And I'm saying that because you're taught to be loyal. to a team. You're taught to be loyal to a coach. You're taught to stay down. But now it seems like it's a business. It's not even like, I'm old school. Teams didn't like each other. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying back in the day, most teams who played against each other, they didn't like each other. Now you see players after the game, they shirt swapping and taking pictures. Everybody cool. Because, and I think that's a direct effect of, hey, why should I hate this man? I might be on his team next year. Everybody, it's a business now.
It is a business.
How, exactly. So how does that work when you telling me to be loyal, you telling me to stay down, but and this is I'm gonna flip it. I'd have been at Liberty 2 years. I'd have stayed down. I'm waiting for my shot. Boom, I'm a running back. All of a sudden, they get a running back from the University of Georgia who entered the portal, and now he's skipping me. You see how that works? So how does the portal affect players who are keeping it real? They're being loyal. The next thing you know, that coach goes get somebody and puts them in front of them. So how does that work in the scheme of things? Or have you seen that?
I've been in that.
You've been in that?
Yeah, that happened. That was my whole situation. That's how it happened. That's what the whole thing. You just said that's really
So
what
a
happened.
coach told you, hey, I got you.
He didn't just tell me. It's just, I felt
That was the understanding. What's understood ain't got to be explained.
I just trusted, like, man, I trust the process. I do. I don't call it no problem. I trust the process. I give you what you want and extra plus more. You feel me? And I just felt like my opportunity was, you feel me? Like, it went down. My chances, my opportunity went down because, situation.
You trusted a coach.
Yeah.
And a coach supposed to be like a mentor, a big bro, a father figure. So to me, and this is what they're not none of those things. That's what they portray. And one of my main, they portray that.
But the real coach is gonna tell you if you feel me, if you tell them like you my bro or something like that, the real coaches will tell you, and the ones that are really like want you like to be great, they'll tell you like we not that. So they them the ones that are like, people when they feelings, they'll take that the wrong way. Like, oh, you not my bro. Like, look at him like, no, this ain't that, coach. You coming to coach, I'm coming to coach you. We got this going on, all that. Like I say, football, you coming to, this your sport, this my sport. Like, we got something going. We got to do this. We got to go. So it's like, nah, you create relationships and stuff, good relationships and all that. But it'll never be like, that's my bro or anything, because at the end of the day, when you feel me, when you get into a situation where that you don't like, and you like, when it comes to football and not playing or anything like that, and it's not, and it might be your fault. You feel me? You might be messing up. You might be doing this and that. And now you're not playing, and now we're going to look at the coach. You feel me? Think about all that good time and all the good talk y'all had and all the and then that situation happened where you really messing up and it's really your fault. But now you like, coach, what's up? But you telling you the real, not what you want to hear. He telling you what you're supposed to hear. So like, yeah, it ain't no brotherhood or nothing, but it's a good relationship and it's something that you can, like, keep on to, like,
You were blessed with a, I would say, extraordinary mother. I mean, I've called your mom when I was looking doing a recruiting for Dimitri. I've called her a couple of times throughout the years just to get advice because she's so smart.
Yeah.
And I know that your mom had a lot to do with you. And she was one of your biggest supporter. Like she kept us abreast on information. How important was your mother or your family, period? And what should other families know? Like a senior, if it's a senior in school, what should his parents know about the recruiting game that maybe your mom knew? Because like I say, Brandon was on it.
Yeah.
She was on it. But some kids, they trust the coach.
Yeah.
instead of doing their own research, they just kind of go with everything the coach say. This is new, coming from high school. I ain't never been to college.
Yeah.
So what this person is telling me, I'm listening to it versus trying to gather the information. So how important was your mom to you when it comes to recruiting? And what should parents know about coaches' intentions when their crowd are getting recruited from high school?
I mean, I can't really tell you like what a parent should know because you know I was a parent. I was the player. So I can't really tell because honestly with me, when it comes to stuff like that, you know, I just was blessed to, you know, be a good athlete and all that type of stuff. So I played the game and I just went with the flow. Like, you know, they came and I just kept going, doing this, doing that. So I wasn't really just depending on my mom or anything to do that. That's just the love she got. So
Much
I can't
love.
really tell you what you can do, but I can tell you like what she did, and you could just take that. You feel me? And just look.
You know what?
learn
Average person ain't finna do what your mom did.
You
I mean,
feel me?
just
Like-
seeing what she was posting and just her.
Yeah.
She was like, "I dare you," and all.
Yeah,
Man,
I
yeah,
tell you,
they're
man.
not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna even put that out there because your ball went beyond.
I'm gonna tell them because like like a lot of parents gotta know like I'm on like you gotta be active. You gotta be active with your child when it comes to sports. You can't just let him. Sometimes you leave him, let him go to practice and pick him up later. Yeah, that's typical. You can do that, but when it comes to like just visits, camps, stuff like that,
Important
like
shit.
you should be with him. And I ain't gonna lie, you should be with him. You should talk to coaches, like not just me, because at the end of the day, your child, he's still a child. We are kids. We are still young. So it's like, obviously, y'all gonna know more than us. So it's like y'all gonna take information different, receive information different and stuff like that. So that's why my mama was on top of all that because she was there. She was there to be at this camp. And when they say come to the back, talk to the coach. My mama right there with me. Like I ain't because I knew. You feel me? I knew that I was young, and I knew that you could tell me anything as a coach. Even though it's a child's dream to talk to a coach or anything like that. But I just knew that I wasn't capable of, like, you feel me, dissecting everything that they was trying to tell me.
And making those decisions.
Right. So, like, that's why I always have, like, somebody on the side of me. So, you feel me? Two brains.
And did mom, her knowledge and her advice ever come in handy? Did she ever y'all had those situations where she was like, Ray, I don't know about this one, or child, or run that, Ray, let's run that. So how'd y'all come to?
Honestly,
What did she say? Son, is up to you.
Honestly, it was on me. It was on me because she gave me the tools. I learned the tools from so-and-so, from her, so-and-so, other people, all my other coaches when I was young and all that. So, it's just like a thing like where she feel like she, her and my pops, like, they did a good job. So whatever decision you make,
Shout
be
out
with
Big
it.
Ray.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to my pop too. And my pop always tell me too. He keep me motivated. He keep me humble. So they both.
And you're a very humble kid,
Yeah.
man. I mean, they don't know what you got, 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, 6'2",
6'2". I mean, you look like a pro player now, but how you carry yourself versus me seeing other college players, you remember very humble, very respectful young man. And I pray that wherever you're searching for, wherever you want out this sport, that you get it full fledged, 100%, because you to put in the work,
Yeah.
and you earned it. And that's what. In closing, when it comes to the portal, what's earned and what's an adjustment? You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like if I put in the work, if I try to get 1% better every day, and I'm still getting overlooked, I'm a 3-year student. What can that kid right there who knows in their heart that, hey, I'm destined for something better, what can they take from you going to the portal with a positive outlook on going to another level?
It was like how you just said, I'm destined for greatness. You feel me? And like you gotta be confident. You gotta be confident You know, we're gonna have them developmental years. That's the biggest thing. Everybody gonna have a developmental years, or unless you just a freak, unless you know you certain type of people. You know, you can go your first year of college and go crazy, like but that's rare. That's just
That's real rare.
you know.
You know what?
Go
We
ahead.
watch Power Five, which is what, and then we won't even watch all of them. You're gonna watch the best in that conference. Like when you were watching Pac-12 was turned this year. You watched Washington, maybe Oregon. Of course, you watch Prime because they were there. But that's 3 teams.
Yeah.
That ain't number 3. You gonna watch Bama. You gonna watch Georgia, LSU, maybe Ole Miss or Tennessee. That's 4. So it's not that many that you hear about versus it being thousands of stories in college that you never ever hear about. You know, you just hear what the main people are doing. I guess I say in closing, what do you like about the portal? What you don't like about the portal?
Yeah.
And how do you think this is going to affect players coming out of high school? Because now, if I'm a let's say I'm an OC, I'm an OC from Vanderbilt, and I need me a old safety. I'm not finna come to Kendrick or Carver look for no safety. Why? When I can go get one from Georgia Southern or West Georgia or Delta,
Right.
or West Alabama, who already played 2 or 3 years, who's physically and like you said, who done went through the development. He done did all that.
So let me break that down. You know what you just said?
What that?
Man, think about what you just said. Like a coach want to go in the portal and get this player because he developed now. So what that mean? Like he want his team to be, you feel me, good now. He want the program to be good now. You feel me? So think about it. That's why we was talking about. Let's go back to the business part where you feel me. You want it to be now, stuff like that. Like that's just what it is. He want a player that's already developed, and it can hurt. It can hurt children. It can hurt kids in high school because it just get lower and lower. The numbers are already low. I mean, but so many people that go out of the world.
Deion said they only getting 4.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders on an interview said that they're only getting 4 high school students.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
4.
But it's coaches that don't think like that though.
All coaches are different.
All coaches different. For real.
And one of those coaches, who went undefeated, Liberty or James Madison? I think Liberty. He said it. He was like, he wants to develop.
I was about to say.
He said, he was the one that said, I want you to come here. I want to develop you into a player versus, I guess you got to do the portal not to a certain degree, but he was like,
that's a good coach.
He would rather develop you. Like, come here, let me develop you. You're 2-3, try out, boom, boom, again. And he has a successful program, so that works for him. But look at Georgia. Georgia had 18 players. And they're Power 5, D1, top of the food chain, the champs, the reigning champs, even though they're finna lose it. But right now, they still the reigning champs.
Yeah.
The Roll Tide.
Yeah.
But that's 2 different distinct styles. You got the Power 5s, to me, who are rolling them in, rolling them out. And then you got other conferences, so to speak, or divisions, conferences that are doing it everybody's just different right now. So what coach do you think is gonna last, or it's just a wait and see? Everybody's just different.
Man, it's just it's hard. Man, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, cause it's coaches like Sweeney, like it's coaches that made like legacies and stuff like that. Like they winning for years, so they got a good program and stuff. But I just know like all coaches different. All coaches different. You can get a team out the portal. You can get a team out the portal and make them good, but that's hard though. It's hard.
What Deion trying to
it's
do.
Hard.
It's gonna be harder that way,
It's-
ain't it?
You can do it though, but it's hard though. Versus you got a team that's staying down that been together for years and got a set foundation or set mindset about how the program is and stuff like that. It can go that way. It can go that route too. It's a whole bunch of schools like that. That's that stand on that. You go by this. You gonna wait. You gonna trust the process and stuff like that. And them teams, they don't get nobody out the portal. They do good. Or you can go the other route, get a team out the portal. It'll be harder to make a good team though. Or you can get a team out the portal and do bad. But not. It can get good. It can get better. It's just a process though.
I think if I was a coach, what I would do a hybrid. I would probably do more the old school technique and just maybe get me a player or two here or there if I need it. Like, damn, I need me a safety.
Yeah.
Get me a safety. Instead of trying to, but on the return end, if the whole team put in for the portal, what can a coach do? Like, say you had like a I don't know, maybe like a 3 and 9 year bad year.
Yeah.
And everybody just said, we leave, we gone. As a coach, what is a coach? Because I see it, hearing your story, I see it can go both ways on both sides.
It can.
Everybody, all the players can just leave. Then what the coach got to do?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
And look, I don't know. Get them out, get somebody out the portal.
Yeah, you got to get them from somewhere, right?
But like, this the thing, a coach can get players out the portal. They might not have a good year for the first year, but like we said, we were going back to the business piece. It's a business, so you know you're gonna be there. But it's a possibility of you getting fired though. But you know you're gonna be there if you do good. So, sure, you got these players. You can eventually turn your program around, whether it take 4, 5, 6 years. But you gonna know you're gonna turn it around eventually. But you feel me? People don't got that much time. You feel me? What if you got a junior there and they don't got time? They don't feel like they time running out for their program to turn around. So they feel like they need to go in the portal, stuff like that. Like, and it's some people that want to win championships, and it's some people that want to play football.
So, and I guess let's just look at in closing, because it just seemed like this thing is still everybody's situation different.
Mm-hmm.
And what's next for Big Play Ray? What you made your decision, regretting that, boom, you at UAB. What's next for you?
Sure, keep my head down and put in the work. And that just sounds so broad, but it's just like, man, I'd have been here in college for years. So like, man, I done seen it. And you can't tell me I haven't, because like, I can name people out the top of my hand. I got roommates that's in the league. I done stayed with literally 3, and all 3 of them in there. Like, I done seen it, so it's like.
So you was roommating with 3 people who were on the same team, and they're not in the league?
Yeah, in the league. Ross.
Was you in there? I was going to say you were with Ross in, weren't you?
Ross my dog. That's my twin,
Yeah,
we
for sure.
locked in. DK, Darian Kendrick. He went to Georgia. He transferred to Georgia though.
Okay.
He wants my roommate. He could in the league now, doing his thing. And Mario Goodrich, my boy Turnt, he played for the Eagles. He on the Eagles.
That's what's
And
up,
it's just like, bro, like, can't too many people say that they got like people that close and they got the same goal as you, and you just see it. So it ain't no magic potion for what I'm about to do or anything. It's just like, I gotta stay consistent, because that's all they did was stay consistent, work hard, and then, make plays on the field. That's it. Stay consistent, work hard, make plays on the field, and keep your head on. And don't leave no bad relationships with nobody. Even if they do you bad, if they do you wrong,
it's just a business. Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal. You can have your attitude and stuff like that, but just keep it like, yeah, keep it class. Keep it classy for sure. That's what I feel like. Yeah.
Do you still know any players at South Florida or at Clemson still?
Yeah. I know all of them. I know not all of them, but I know some people at Clemson still. I know some people at South Florida I talk to. And yeah. I know a lot of players everywhere, like, in a lot of schools. I done played with a lot of athletes growing up throughout, all my years that I went here and did that. made it, all type of stuff. I didn't know a whole bunch of people that I done played with on 7-on-7. Them boys in the league, like, so like I done see it. It's right there.
Right
It's
there.
right there. Like you just gotta just stay locked in.
And it seemed like you weathered the storm. No matter where you was at, you always persevere. You always been a terrific athlete.
Yeah.
Multi talented. Baseball. I mean, you played baseball when you were young.
Yeah.
And I thought you was gonna slang baseball, especially when
didn't
you went.
count.
Listen, when you went to Columbus,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my God, that boy finna play some damn." Cause you know Columbus is a baseball school.
That's why I went there.
They definitely wasn't known for football.
Man, that's why I went there for real.
So
I
you
ain't go. For
So you went
football.
there for the baseball.
I went there for baseball. I
That's
didn't
what I'm
go
saying.
for football.
You
I
was the
wasn't.
first.
I was. I wanted to play baseball, but it's on some like, shoot, you know, you young. People ain't tell you like, oh, you want college coaches to look at you and all type of stuff. So when it come to me being a multi-sport athlete, I was good in this and that sport. So I was getting more looks. I was getting faster looks in football. I was just getting invited to like camps and just small stuff with baseball, and you know, just being me. Like I chose football because it was coming faster. I was doing my thing. I was doing my thing in both sports, but shoot, college coaches started hearing me and D1 and all type of stuff, like everything. And just everything was going faster. And I don't regret my decision, but I really think I should have kept playing. I could have kept playing baseball, but
Kept playing baseball.
it is what it is.
It is
though.
what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Well, man, I appreciate you joining the brother versus brother podcast, and continue to strive for greatness. Continue to get 1% better every day, and make sure you come back in and check in with the GOAT, man. Let me know what's going on with you.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna do that.
Give a word to the young people, man.
So,
Especially from our market, they need to hear from you. You one of the greatest that ever did it. What they need to do, leaving high school, making that transition to college. Give them some good advice for what we need.
making that transition to college, I would say, you know, you just gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry every day. And you know, you just can't let up. You just can't let up because, you know, when you get in college, you know, it's gonna get tough. The margin for error gonna get real small. So you gotta do anything to have an advantage in a good way. Weights, workouts, everything, extra film, all this, like, you gotta do that. And when you get to college and they tell you, do this extra stuff, do that, they're telling you for a reason. They're telling you for a reason. So like, it's gonna turn out good. So just stay hungry. Just like how you staying hungry, but you know, from little league, middle school, college, like when you get to college, it's gonna be the same thing. Keep the same hunger, and then you'll get to the league. You know, but just keep your head on the whole time and stay hungry. Don't get comfortable. You know, just don't get comfortable. Like, it's good to be uncomfortable. You gotta put yourself in uncomfortable positions when you not in the game and stuff like that. So when you get in the game, ain't no worries, ain't no pressure. You know, lock in every day at practice, and you know, so that's where you're gonna gain your confidence at. You can't just be like, I'm finna go change this up or do that. But you feel me? You go hard at practice, it's gonna show. It's gonna show for sure. That's it.
Man, y'all listen to Big Play Ray. He's full of knowledge. He's always gonna give it to you straight, raw, uncut.
Fact.
I see. Look, I'm just being real. I see maybe 10 years from now, you being an agent,
Yeah.
agent for the NFL. You know, if you go play for a couple of years in the NFL, or if you don't, you smart, man.
Yeah.
Like, and that was my thing. I was telling my son, and I was talking to some other college players. They were like, you don't get it. We want to play. I'm like, y'all don't get it. You need to get an education. Because even if you do play, if you play 4-5 years, what about the rest of the 60 years you live? You're gonna come back to where you stay at. You're gonna let some family members borrow money and this, that, and try to fail business and this thing. You know, guess what? You driving trucks.
Yeah, I wasn't just blessed. I wasn't just blessed with like no knowledge like this though. I like, you gotta go through all that.
Was it your experiences, or did you
Yeah.
just seek the knowledge?
No, experiences, and seeking knowledge. You gotta have a learning mentality, learning mindset. That's it. That's all it was.
Hard work beats talent.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Y'all heard them now. Hard work beats talent, right?
Yeah, for real. You gotta have a learning mindset though, with everything, because at the end of the day, You gonna go through bad, good and bad. Ain't nobody gonna say you finna live a perfect life. Or this, football, sports, anything. Like, you should have a learning experience. And I learned from every experience that I've been in.
You took something from everything.
And learning from other people, what they done did. Watching this player put in this much work. Watching this player do that. You feel me? And don't hate. For sure you have, like, for real, don't hate. You can't hate. You gotta, you feel me? You gotta get them folks they present, they gifts. Show appreciation, let them know. Let them know. Like, don't be stingy. Don't be stingy, because, you know, it can get to a part where just think about this. I'm gonna tell you this. You at film, you watching film, you got 100 plays. Like, oh, no, you at film by yourself. You can go through a lot of plays. You can get through 100 plays by yourself. But think about it, if you in there with one other person or 2 other people, 3 other people, a group, think about, like, all the knowledge and everything that you getting out of it with a group of people. That's what I'm saying. Don't be stingy. Don't think just do it by yourself, because you're not just processing. You just getting through it. You just getting through it. You can get through 100 plays by yourself, or you can get through 20 good plays. Break down 20 good plays and know for a fact that you own that, and you know that you own that. Like, you got it. It ain't got to be plays. It can be anything. You can break down. You're going to process it way better. 20, you feel me?
Man,
Just
you need to teach this shit.
do
You
that.
talking, man. You on another level, brother. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even say you sound like a coach. You just sound like almost like you way above your time.
I got put in that situation.
You
I've been
talking
through
like
that.
a damn mentor or something like that.
I've been through that.
You
I had to do that.
You still going through it yourself.
I had to do that. Like, you gotta realize, like, what you doing. You gotta realize what you doing in life. You gotta realize if you messing up all that type of stuff. Like, you gotta realize that I'm not doing this the right way. That's when you're gonna grow from there.
You gotta be a grown man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's Big Play Ray, y'all. Brother versus Brother podcast. How can they follow you, Ray? How can they check up me? Or if they want to ask you a question like, hey, man, that dude knows something. I need to ask him a question. How can they get in touch with you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Rex_Ray, REXX_RAY, and same thing on Twitter. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, stay in touch with us, brother. Come check in with us every time, because, you know, we definitely want to get that knowledge to put it out there to our young athletes. Cool?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. It's the host of Most Coast to Coast, the GOAT, Coach T Flow, and this is the Brother versus Brother podcast. Until next time.